Across the mountains, deserts and forests, some structures have stood for centuries, yet no one fully knows why they were built or what secrets they hide. Covered in legends and wrapped in mystery, these places hold stories that still confuse experts today. Get ready, because some of them are truly unbelievable. Number 10. The Ghost City of Fengdu. Let's start with something straight out of a horror movie. Fengdu, the so-called Ghost City. This place isn't just spooky, it's straight up terrifying. Located on the Ming Mountain near the Yangtze River, it's packed with ancient temples, statues of demons, and chilling carvings that tell stories of judgment and punishment in the afterlife. And here's the freaky part. Fengdu was built over 2,000 years ago with one goal to show what happens after you die. Every corner of this city is a warning. There are bridges you're supposed to cross only if your soul is pure. Giant demon faces carved into rock stare you down as if they're waiting to drag you to the underworld. Why did people go to such insane lengths to build this place? Was it fear, faith, or something even darker? And how come it's still standing after being flooded during the construction of the Three Gorges Dam? Some say it's protected by spirits. Others say it's cursed. Either way, it's not a place you want to visit alone at night. Number 9. The Longyou Caves. Now, hold on. You've probably never even heard of this one, but the Longyou Caves are so ridiculous, they make zero sense. Discovered by accident in 1992 by a guy draining a pond, these massive hand-carved underground chambers are over 2,000 years old, and nobody knows who made them or why. There are at least 24 of these stone caves, and they go deep, some nearly 100 feet below the surface. The walls are perfectly smooth. The symmetry is insane. It's like ancient construction with modern tools. Except there were no modern tools. No writings, no drawings, no signs of living quarters, no historical record, nothing. It's like these people built a secret underground megastructure, then disappeared without leaving a single clue. And here's the weirdest part. Every cave has the exact same chisel marks across the walls, like some group of workers were following a secret code. What were they hiding? And how did this not get written into any dynasty records? The silence is almost louder than answers. Number 8. The Zhaoling Mausoleum. Next up, one of the most massive tombs in China that most people have never even heard of. The Zhaoling Mausoleum. This isn't just a grave. This is a fortress. Built during the Tang dynasty for Emperor Taizong, this thing stretches across an entire mountain, covering over 20 square miles. That's bigger than some cities. The entire thing is buried beneath a mountain, Mount Juzong, with a long, sacred road guarded by warrior statues and mystical animal carvings. But here's what makes it mysterious. No one's ever opened the actual tomb chamber. Archaeologists have no idea what's really inside. Why not open it? Because there's a belief that disturbing the emperor's rest would bring chaos to the world. Or maybe they know what's in there and just don't want us to find out. And that leads perfectly into something even more sealed, even more forbidden. Number 7. The Forbidden Tomb of Qin Shi Huang. We all know about the Terracotta Army, thousands of clay soldiers buried underground. But what most people don't know is that those warriors are just guards. The real mystery: the tomb of China's first emperor, Qin Shi Huang, still hasn't been opened. Why? Because what's inside is the stuff of legends. Ancient records say the tomb is filled with rivers of mercury flowing through golden cities. The ceiling supposedly shows the stars, and the floor maps the land. Scientists have tested the area, and no joke, the soil around it actually has sky-high levels of mercury. That's not a coincidence. but no one's brave enough to dig it up. They're afraid of traps, collapsing tunnels, or releasing poison. Sounds like a movie plot, but it's real. The Chinese government refuses to touch it. So this giant underground chamber, which might hold the most powerful secrets of ancient China, just sits there, untouched for over 2,000 years. You've got to ask yourself, what could be so dangerous that even a country with cutting-edge tech refuses to open it? Number 6. The Hanging Temple of Hengshan. Next up, a temple literally hanging off a cliff. The Hanging Temple near Mount Heng isn't just impressive, it's mind-boggling. Built over 1,500 years ago, this structure is stuck onto the side of a vertical rock face, nearly 250 feet above the ground, and it's still standing. Here's what's wild. The entire temple is supported by wooden beams stabbed into tiny holes in the cliff. That's it. No concrete, no metal frames, just old-school engineering and a death wish. You can walk through it, but every step feels like you're one gust of wind away from disaster. Even crazier, this temple mixes Buddhism, Taoism, and Confucianism all in one place. That wasn't normal. Why would someone risk their life to build a multi-religion temple on the side of a mountain? Was it protection from something, or were they hiding something? Number 5. The Sanxingdui Ruins. Now we're stepping into full alien territory. The Sanxingdui Ruins in Sichuan province changed everything we thought we knew about ancient China. In the 1980s, farmers accidentally dug up giant bronze masks, statues, and trees, all from a mysterious civilization that wasn't supposed to exist. These artifacts don't look like anything else from Chinese history. The masks are freakishly long, with bulging eyes and sharp features. Some look otherworldly, straight-up alien-like. Historians couldn't link them to any known dynasty. No writing, no real trace of this group before or after. It's like this civilization popped into existence, built wild, advanced objects, then vanished into thin air. How did a completely unknown culture manage to create such massive and complex bronze work thousands of years ago? Nobody knows. No scrolls, no records. Just ruins that make no sense, and artifacts that don't match anything we've seen before. Which makes you wonder, were they even from here at all? And if they weren't, what else in China's history might not be either? Number 4. The White Pyramid of Xian. You've heard of Egypt's pyramids, but did you know China has one too? The so-called White Pyramid near Xian is one of the most hidden structures in the world, and that's not an accident. It's massive. Some reports from World War II pilots who flew over it say it's bigger than the Great Pyramid of Giza. But somehow, it's barely mentioned in textbooks. Why? Because it's buried under soil, trees, and secrecy. The Chinese government doesn't allow full access to it. Satellite images confirm there's something huge out there, but they call it a natural hill. Except, it's not. The shape is too perfect, and the location, right in the middle of ancient imperial lands. No real excavation, no answers, no exposure. What's under that earth? Why keep it covered? People have been asking for decades and still silence. It's like they're trying to bury the truth along with the structure. Number 3, the tomb of the Loulan beauty. Now this one flips everything upside down. Deep in the Taklamakan Desert, one of the most dangerous places on Earth, archaeologists found a mummy over 3,800 years old. But it wasn't what they expected. This wasn't a Han Chinese woman. This was a woman with European features, light hair, deep-set eyes, perfectly preserved in the sand. They called her the Loulan beauty, and her discovery wrecked all the clean historical timelines. What was someone with Western features doing in the middle of ancient China, thousands of years before global trade routes existed? Even weirder? They found more mummies like her. different people, strange items, advanced clothing for the time. It's almost like a forgotten civilization was living there, one that doesn't fit into China's official history. And when historians started asking questions, access to the region was quietly cut off. Coincidence or cover-up? Number 2. The Bayan Ula discs. This one sounds too wild to be true, but it's real. In the 1930s, a group of Chinese scientists claimed to have found hundreds of stone discs in the Bayan Ula Mountains. Each disc had tiny carvings on them, not regular Chinese writing, but something completely unknown. Almost like code. Some researchers believed these discs told the story of an ancient crash. Yes, a crash of beings not from Earth. The local people, called the Dropa, even had legends about sky people landing in the mountains long ago. Of course, the Chinese government later denied everything. They said the discs were fake. But independent scientists who saw the discs said they looked authentic and unlike anything else. Today, the original artifacts are gone, disappeared. No one can find them, just like the story they were said to tell. Number 1. The Giant Buddha of Leshan. You might think a giant Buddha statue isn't mysterious, but when you realize it was carved into a cliff over 1,200 years ago, standing over 230 feet tall and facing raging floodwaters, it gets weird fast. The Leshan giant Buddha was built to calm violent river currents, and strangely, it worked. After carving began, the dangerous waters below grew calmer. That alone made locals believe it had spiritual powers. But how did ancient builders manage to make it this big, this precise, on a vertical cliff with no modern tools? And why does no one know exactly how they planned the drainage system that still keeps it from eroding today? Maybe it was pure genius. Or maybe something else helped. And if monuments like these exist in plain sight, just imagine what's still buried, hidden, forgotten, waiting.